Fuck, are we live? Hello. Let me see.
So you make it bigger.
Oh my god. Over here on a fucking fitness video. Let me see if we got this. Oh, we're live. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Let's get the notes out. What are we on here? Alright, so we're gonna go over. I was just practicing a little bit. Make sure fucking controller's set up properly. So, first things first. Gonna be going over 15 different formations. Alright, hopefully do it all in one take. Get bags for everything. Alright, it's gonna be more than likely, I'd say, blitzing most of the time, but I'll just show you guys setups with timestamps on everything. Alright, so start things off with the first setup. Alright, let me see how many setups do I have. So I got 5 setups. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We'll just do the setups as it goes on. So the first formation we got, single back, flex close. We got the audible side. Alright. So let's start off with the run D. Run D verse, especially quick hikers. So you just start off with, this is the most important thing. Let me actually make sure you guys know this. Okay. So whenever, let's say you guys have Sean Taylor, right? Make sure he's the guy in the middle. So look at the hash. I have the hash on the left right now. Right, and a lot of people that run this formation are always going to have 2 receivers to the left, tight ends on the right. So make sure you put your best player in the middle every single time. So here it is. So I got Jamal right there. Just want to make sure it is actually him. Real quick here. Bam, bam. Real simple. Setup number 1, right? Let's run it. Right click. Contain. Let's check it out real quick. Let me see. This is just contain D here. This is honestly what I feel like works the best against this stretch, is not blowing it up, because you have great pass defense out of this. So here. Yeah, contain. Look at my user. This is important. So I'm on the weak side. I mean, actually, I guess this is an even formation, so there really isn't a true weak side, but I'm playing on the guy, right, who is going to be contained in the run. So let's say the run is to the right. You typically want to be on the opposite side and hovering across. So we'll do a flip too, show you guys how to play. They do it to the left. So just contain. Alright. So let's say they flip it. Yeah, we got the setup. Flip this bitch. Let's see. Alright, let's say they flip it. Right? Click in. Go straight down. Just like that. So you just go straight down and across. You don't want to hesitate too. You don't want to be like just backing up and shit like that. As soon as you know it's a run, right, and you know what side it's going to be on. So let's say doing it to the left again. Just go hike it, right click, contain, and you get better shit. I wouldn't say it's better, but it seems like you just let your guys work a little bit more. So here it is. Just contain in the run. Especially if you guys have block shutters, they're just going to be out there working. And it's pretty safe. So let's say they're going to pass. This is where we go into setup number 2. So let's say you start off setup number 1, right? But right? They're audibling. Let's say they do a couple of these. Say that like they do some like random shit like this, right? As soon as you know they're about to pass, you gotta blitz everybody, right? Matter of fact, you could even, this is risky as hell, but you know what? It definitely works. Put a yellow up, right? And if you're 100% sure they're going to be passing, I would even play on this corner right here, right? If you want to be safe, put a quarter up, and then you're going to be the guy hovering across. So let's say they do a setup similar to this, right? More than likely they're going to have 3 routes like this. This is probably what they're going to do. So let's say they hike it, you watch the drag, then bam, everything's boxed. In your 7, you're pretty much sending 7, letting them shed. This is advanced too. I'll show you. This is going to be the advanced setup. Let me show you. As soon as you know they're going to pass. So you get it set. You can even keep it like this. This zone, Jamal's on. It's fine. If you have zone hawk or zoned out on your safeties, these deep halves are going to play well. You pretty much don't even have to third it. So as soon as they're going to pass, right, another thing you can do, say they're going to do something like this, right, you could actually, this is a little risky because they could definitely run it. You could hug right here, right, make sure the blitz comes in. Another thing, if you're like 110% sure they're passing, right, and they're hitting you with motions, right, another thing you can do, hit it with one of these, right, and play on this corner right here, right, play on this side corner, and then say they do a little motion, they hike it, they do a slant or something, you can watch that, and then go down. That's what's worked for me. Like I've always bagged this formation. I've never had problems against it. Alright, some people like to do this. I don't like this setup because I feel like the stretches, like they can easily get a big run out of this, you know. So yeah, let's do, let's see, dive. Yeah, dive works well against that. Alright, let's see. This is the only reason I don't really like doing this setup with the contains against dive. If I know they're gonna run dive, I would actually get rid of the contains like this, right? So let's try. Let's see if they do it. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, next formation. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. God damn. I form tight. I form wing. Alright, we'll do tight. So try to rip through these real quick. So let's say most popular. So Edge Blitz does stop this, but a lot of people do the flip. So I would recommend this kind of setup right here, kind of like this. If you're worried about them hitting, like this is a basic setup. Like just make sure you get the weak side safety. What that means, the side with the less players in the middle, right? So it'd be like this on this, right? Let's say now this is something that's common. Let's say they hit you with the motion. So your weak side player is getting flipped around like this, right? So let's say they hike it, click in, just contain, just like that. That's the basic. That's pretty much all you got to do for this run D. You got to do the right click as well as soon as they hike it. It's pretty simple. Let's do H-wing. Another thing too, if you know they're gonna be passing it, you gotta send the crib. Send everybody against a formation like that. So let's say stretch We'll throw in an ISO. Stretch. Alright. So this one's a little tricky. I've had problems against this formation myself. So in the past, right? I used to do it kind of like this. Actually, I didn't even. This is how I used to do it, right? I've given up big runs doing that too. This is definitely the best setup, I'll say, against this to be quick, right? Especially if you're in pinch dog. All right, get the guy out. Spy. Don't get your guys down too far, right? Keep them like right. I say right a couple yards back behind the linebackers. So run it. Right, click your safety in. That's not a good scenario, but one-on-one. Let's see how the click in. So the click in, it plays aggressive. This is the thing. If you got 99 speed, like Dion and whatnot, that click in is actually pretty decent. Actually, a lot of the times I don't even like clicking in. I really don't. Let me try it myself. I notice they do play better without the click in. Let me just do. So this is setup number 3 that I'm doing here. Just like that. Hike it. Just containing. Bam, bam. Alright, ready. I'm not even clicking in, just hovering. So it does play a little better without the click in against RPOs. Because you notice how the first time I clicked in the spy, like look how he's kind of like just chilling. He's hovering. Right before he ran straight down. So it's definitely a little better not clicking against RPO runs. Unless you really want them to like make a play behind the line of scrimmage, which is risky. Like if it's a 4th and 1 or some shit. 4th and 2. But anyway, as you can tell, it's containing. Just because he's containing everything, guys go up a little bit, get good sheds. Real simple there. That works pretty well. But the best thing of all, if they're actually hitting you with the actual RPO, that's when you can go with the edge blitz setup. I'll show you guys that later. Actually, I'll just show. Yeah, I might as well show it right now. I'll do it against. Let's do it against. Let's actually try it against this one this time. This is actually common right here. Common formation. See, I blitzed, right? Crashed down. I don't really like. Damn, honestly, how the safety is right here, I just don't like it. He's a little too far down. You're gonna be in a one-on-one scenario quite a bit. But this is how I would do it, right? If you want to stop the RPO, get a purple up. Let's say they're on this hash. Let's do the regular setup. You do it like this, right? Let's not even worry about the RPO. Let's just bag it. Just get in there. So with edge blitz, as you could tell, my user is pretty aggressive. You would want. I'm not. You know, I'm not going back. I'm not going to the side. With edge blitz, you kind of want to be aggressive with it. Be there to make a play. Let your spy be the contain. Let's try it again. And typically speaking too, I would actually have my Sean Taylor right here. Let's see. That's perfect. That's no spy. Let's do it one more time. No spy. It's edge blitz. That's decent. So that is one of the best things to do if you're not trying to get, because the one thing they can catch you with when you do the pinch dog setup, right? Having to get this linebacker out during pinch dog is just so much work. The whole point of getting the linebacker out, so say I'm doing pinch dog, right? Look at the contain. Crash down, alright, the contain, right? That's what makes the setup pretty good. Actually, this guy in a contain like this will bag shit pretty well. Like, obviously I could do this whole thing. You see people doing this, right? But I feel like that's a tougher setup to do, but it works as well. If you guys want to do it, double blitz or globally blitz the linebackers, contain the outside guys. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I'm not even using shit. Held the wrong controller. It's one of the best things to do against RPOs, because the one thing that definitely is hard to stop in pinch dog, the weak point, is the RPOs. And also, if you guys ever see these linemen in contains, right? You gotta crash down. You gotta crash down. Super important. So we got here. Alright, that's perfect. Yeah, so edge blitz is a great defense. If you're trying to get like a Eric Dickerson behind the line of scrimmage and shit, get the freight train off, do that. Especially against those formations. So next, now we're getting to the good stuff. Tight doubles. Now this is where the bags come in. Tight doubles. Gonna just do a global. Oh, they actually did something different as zig under, I wonder. Alright. Here's the bag. This is it right here. Alright. So I man up the right guy. I actually shade inside. Okay. Now, after I shade inside, I usually do shade outside. Right? So then he can't get a corner route on him if he's got like hot route master or whatever. Right? So typically speaking, this right here, all you got a user, the crossing route on the left, or a post route on the right guy right here. Right? Now, this is important too, to make the blitz come in, right? Because not a lot of people know this, right? As soon as he hikes it, you gotta run across, right? Run across right here. I could go straight back, but if you wanted to definitely come in and kind of lurk under the blitz, I'll show you guys right here. Kind of run across, just lurk. What? Because a lot of people just strafe, but check it out. When you kind of run across, look how both these guys right here, both these center, yeah, it's hard to get to that shit. Look at these guys. Look. They're going to me rather than to the right side guy. So they're both getting held, and I'm lurking under perfectly, so they don't even see me most of the time. Especially if you got lurker, it's really important to have your hugger have lurker, because you'll just be able to do a lot more shit. Just play under shit way better. Just depend on the blitz. So that's how it's done right there. Alright, let's go next formation. Because there's a lot of possibilities of what they're doing and whatnot. I'm not going to go over like what to do if they're freaking putting a streak up on the right or whatever, right? With a motion. You guys got to do a quarter. You guys got to figure shit out on your own right there. But that's the blitz setup. So tight slots. what we got here? We'll go over. Should we do a max? I'll just show the setup here. So in this scenario, usually they don't. I guess they would do it like this, flipped. So here's the setup, right? Just like this. Now, that's what I do quick initially, but I really want to man up that ISO guy. You always want to hug tight end side. So let's say they flip. You're gonna have to go ahead, reverse the order, get to this side. Bam, just like that. As soon as they hike, just like last play, we're gonna cross, right? So I'm shading, by the way, I'm shading inside, then outside to make sure they don't do a corner route or whatever on the right side. Even though this playbook doesn't have, or this formation doesn't have a corner route built in, a lot of people got receivers for that route master shit, post flag. Right, it does play that pretty well. If they have post flag, definitely look at that. You're gonna have to use that for sure. He's gonna burn whatever. Now, if they got somebody like Randy, right, you might get burnt. Okay, you might get burnt. So you gotta let the press happen, then run straight back, right? Especially if you know that they got somebody hella fast. Okay, but the press is a good thing. You don't want a soft squat. Like the soft squat, they're just gonna get burnt. Like watch what happens. Soft squat, this is what you don't want to do, right? Like soft squat gets burnt. Like as you can tell, it completely gets burnt. So a lot of people use a soft squat in bad situation, like improperly like that. Let me show you guys, but let me show you guys again how not to use a soft squat. Like if you have a soft squat right here, look at that, it's awful. It's gonna get burned every time. So that's why you have to man up that ISO, especially with this setup. Shade inside, just at least shade inside, right? Just so you get a good press, right? It's one thing you got to do. And then as soon as they hike it, run across, let the blitz happen. But look at with the man. Let's check it out. With the man, look at that press. No matter what, you get a press, even if they have streak specialist or whatever, you can just run straight back. But let the blitz just do the work. Like the blitz, it's gonna get in. If you go across, right? Look at that. Same thing, different side, right? Look how they're getting held. They're all getting held. So anyway, yeah, I'm not max protecting. I mean, you guys have seen the stream. You guys know the blitz works. Right, I'll show you guys counters to when people max protect, ID, motion in an extra dude. I'll show that later. Let's see. That's the formation next. So we got tight slots. Alright, trips. So this is where we get to 146. Let me actually go over a couple popular things. Oh, this one doesn't have, so Oakland doesn't have a RPO. Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, typically speaking, if you're playing someone using trips and they got the RPO, you do have to play a little different sometimes. But this setup right here will damn near bag everything if you're properly setting everything up quickly and you know what to use her. That's important. The best thing of all, the inside zone's not going to work. It's definitely not going to work. That's why I'll go with 146. So let's do this quick. DB Sting, let's do... So you come out, this is what you gotta do before you even come out, okay? Before you even come out, you gotta go to coach suggestions, come out in base, and it's gonna look something like this, okay? So let's say I'm coming out like this, right? I'm initially, first things first, safety down, inside quarter, bring this guy in a little bit, right? Then I unbase, so triangle, right? On base. Then I get this guy down, contain, pass commit. Now I'm staying this time, after I blitz my guys, this time I'm staying right around the middle, okay? So right here, as soon as they hike it, I'm sure you guys have seen me play this formation probably like 100 times, right? If you've been watching my shit, I'm always, typically speaking, going across here, right? Even if they have a tight end, I'm like, fuck it, bro, I'll let the tight end go. Because usually they think I'm going to always watch the tight end. So I just run across, get to these crossers, okay? If you have a zone hawk right here, you got to trust him. You got to trust him. Like, he's going to be able to stop the streak from the inside guy, from this middle guy, right? So all you got to watch is the slant, okay? Now, if you want to get aggressive, right, you can put them in a yellow, okay, like this, and then just trust the blitz. But you got to be hugging to do all that, right? So you just hug right here. Say they hike it, run across, user, let the blitz come in. All I'm going to be telling you guys is how to set it up, what to user, because that's the most important thing. Now, if they're going to do a RPO, guys got to make sure, so I say, guys got to make sure, come out, this is what I like to do, cover 3 initially, right, shade underneath, and then just play on this guy, okay? I would just come out and cover 3, bring in the blitzer, right, globally blitz my linebackers, okay? Then I would unbase, and then hug right here, okay? Simple setup. They start hitting you with a running back thing, right? That's no big deal. You can let them get that. You can do a soft squat, right? But you're not sending that many people. So, I mean, the blitz and pressure will come in. It will definitely come in. Even sending, how many we got here? 5, 6. We're not sending 7 or sending 6. It's still going to come in, right? But if you want to be safe, keep the quarter, the deep half, and then if they throw it to the running back, whatever, you just tackle them, they get 5, right? So, let's move on. Let's see. So I'll be the same setup against Trey Flex as well. So this is a little tricky though, okay? Let me show you guys something with Trey Flex and trips, what's different. So, alright, let me get CJ right here. So let's say we got our setup in, right? Yeah, they got abilities off of CJ. Alright, so we got our setup in. I'm not, also, don't worry about that right guy. Like if you're getting quick hiked, that's the last thing you should worry about. It's this guy right here, okay? Just get the left guy in. Globally blitz, like you see how this guy right here is in a contain? It's right outside linebacker, right? Re-blitz your guys. Your guys are gonna shed a lot better. Okay? I would rather it be like this than like this. Alright. So say they hike it, guy shoots in, right? That's gonna happen every time. But I have played players come out and Trey Flex and they do a little inside zone action. Damn, I'm making this shit into offensive ebook all of a sudden. This is actually a good ass run. Alright, so this, damn, I'm really giving you guys the counter to 146. Fuck. I'm giving you this good shit right here, but. So watch. So watch. It's hard. It's hard for them. So let's say they do a motion. Notice he doesn't really come in like that. So he doesn't shoot in the same. Okay. It's actually, it's decent. It's decent. But, let's try this again. Let's say, I don't even get him in. No, with a hug, that stops everything. I have gone quick hike before and struggle against this run right here. Just purely because it's hard to get to the hug. Like you get the hug, you can kind of fight in there. Alright, we'll just leave it at that. Just make sure you get the hug in. So just make sure you do that no matter what. Someone's trying to do this run with a motion. Alright. And if that's killing you, just make him pass. Fuck it. Just make him pass. Come on, cover 3. But that setup right there will bag literally everything in trips. Okay? Literally everything right there. As long as you got the user. So next, let's see, spread. That's what I'm doing here. Alright, this is the one time we're not blitzing. We're not blitzing everybody, at least. So this is a simple setup. So come out and base, okay? Audible to cover to sync. So it's gonna be like this, right? So if you're in base, your guys are naturally gonna be like this. Alright. So all you're gonna have to do, right? This guy would probably be like right here. Bring him in a little bit. Contain. Pass commit. I also would recommend at this point, right? Just because of how it is, I would actually inside quarter this far right dude, okay? But that's not necessary because that mid shit actually plays really well. But you gotta be careful of the seam, right? His inside guy on the left right here, Crowder, right? He could actually, if he's got one of these glitchy seams, he could actually get a good route up there. So I usually quarter this dude, trust the soft squad on the right that doesn't get flooded, right? If I think he might flood it with the underneath route, I will do a little deep half, but I'm not right now. So you play on this dude right here, right? They got escape artists, right? I usually do put up a spy to be safe, but this is a good way to get pressure in though. Just send him 4. Didn't work that time. Let's try one more time. And I'm not doing, I know there's an updated Blitz, right, where you man the dude up like this, but I like to keep it simple. If you're opposite on the running back, right, you're going to be able to get it in no matter what. Must be a practice mode thing. Let me try one more time. Let's see. Get it in right here. They put him on a route. So just send him 4. Most people do like to just pretty much send everybody on routes on this formation. That's what makes this formation so good. So a lot of people go to this formation thinking you're just still gonna blitz. So let's say you're blitzing them. They're thinking like, all right, let me spread them out a little bit. Right, so they're gonna go with this, right? And then this is where you hit them with some coverage. Like you're just sending 4. Well, you want a user, right? Initially, as soon as it hikes, so you're in this setup right here, right? You want to make sure you user across, okay, right over here. You want to user across. Okay, and I know it looks pretty risky just trusting the soft squat on the right, but I'm telling you guys, not a lot of people do combinations on the short side like that, right? They really don't. The soft squat will follow that receiver all the way up as well. But either way, so use the left. They're probably going to do a combo like this on the left. So be ready for that slant. They might just do a drag like this. So let's say the pressure doesn't come in. Just watch under. Let the shutters come. So as long as you're watching the crossers, that's what you got to remember. And these spread formations, that's what we got to look for. So next we got doubles. Okay. Doubles, wide trips. So we're gonna do single back. Let me make sure it's still live. Alright. Hold on a second. We got a viewer in this thing. Who's watching? Comment in the chat. Next. Split close. Alright. Let's get to this. Wide trips. Alright. So there's no doubles in this. Well, I'm pretty sure Pat's got a doubles though. I'll just show you guys the quick setup. It's pretty much the same as everything else. So and it's important to know, I haven't even gone over it. It is important to know when to flip, when not to flip. I like to, so if we're on the left hash, right, I like to make sure, look at my cover 3 sky, if I ever need it, because I do like to go to it quite a bit, I like to make sure my inside third is on the deep half of the field. So I don't want to like this, I want to like that, so I come out DV sting like this. If they ever like quick hike me and stuff, could always go to cover 3, be able to stop their slants and whatnot. But this is the general setup. So let's say you come out like this, hug here, I would even do a yellow, fuck it, take a chance, right? They might do a quick something up the seams, especially if you don't have, if you have zone hawk, you can get away with put a yellow up. Third would be the safest thing out, but we're trying to back shit, okay? We're trying to get pick sixes out here. We're literally gonna be 7-7, getting 7. That's our goal with this defense over here. So say they hike it, bam, watch the crosser. That's it. So you hug on the left, right, which is the weak side. Okay. So, but let's actually switch shit up. Let me see. Let's say you got shit set up, right? Came out in base, got this guy in. This guy right here, he's probably gonna be like this. Okay. So he's not that important to get in. So it might look like this when you're in base, right? So if it looks like this, that's fine, right? Globally blitz, okay? Get it set up like this. If you think they're really gonna do a slant on the right, do a setup similar to this with a purple and a hug right over here. Let's see. Yeah, do a setup like this, right? If you want to make sure they don't flood the soft squat to be safe, you can put a quarter up. This is the one thing though, you're playing high risk, high reward. I would always do my initial first setup no matter what, only because I just trust my blitz and I trust my user right here. So I would stick to this setup right here. Start off with this, right? They hike it, trust the blitz, Watch the crosser. So be it. Okay. Especially in MUT, where you got a 99 speed, or at least a 97 speed Ed Reed. That's what I got here. Sometimes I put Dion. He's gonna get in quick. Okay. So here it is again. And notice how I'm using right here with my blitzer. I'm doing the same concept. I'm going up right here, right across, kind of bait them, go back to the slant. Okay, that's what you want to pretty much look for here. Now let's switch sides. Let's get this shit popping. Let's see. Flip sides. Let's get it. Now doubles will be the same shit. Okay. Same exact shit. So the one thing I would make sure you guys focus on, the hash, where the hash is. Okay. I'm on the left hash. I would actually flip my 146. Okay, I'll be in base, by the way. Real important. Come out in base. Okay. So let's say it's gonna look something like this, like something like this. Okay. So I would contain, get this guy in a little bit yellow. Play right here. Okay. If you want, if you think they're gonna do a slant on the right, great adjustment, get a purple up, that's gonna counter that. Alright, so then when they do a little route combo similar to this, they might do a route combo like this. Right? That's a common route combo. So you don't have to worry about the slant. Just watch the drag. Bam. Oh damn. Oh. So you can tell the pressure doesn't come in because I'm over here just fucking standing there. But if I'm not just standing there and then they're actually moving back a little bit, pressure guarantee comes in. My Blitz doesn't come in practice mode for some reason, but you guys seen this shit live. Pressure will definitely come in. You just gotta trust that shit. Oh, next formation we got. Oh, we're getting to the good shit. Getting to the good shit right here. Gun bunch. Alright, so let's say we got, I picked the wrong play. So gun bunch, covered 4. These are the adjustments. Contain, pass commit. Alright, this is definitely the most popular formation out, so make sure when you're hugging, okay, and you know they're in West Coast, just make sure, they're probably going to try and bomb you, right? Just come across, look for the short shit across. Alright, so hike, look for that short shit. You know they're in West Coast, they might want to try and run mesh post. Okay, your blitz should be able to come in before that. Alright, one thing that will stop that, get the yellow up, do the hug. They're gonna probably max protect. Let's max right now. See, this shit comes in practice mode. Yeah, this shit really doesn't come in practice mode. Alright, now let me make sure you guys know how to exactly counter people send in or bringing in an extra blocker, by the way. So let's say somebody is doing, let's say like this 2-route shit, which is common, by the way. They do like this 2-route concept, right? When you see them highlight the player, okay, they initially bring him in, okay. If they're going like this, I would suggest doing a quarter, right? So let's say you're going ahead, you're just chilling with your setup, right? You see the highlight, right, on the player. Make sure you get ready to quick adjust, okay? Just get ready to do it. So if he goes to the left, blitz your corner, right? If he goes to the right, put him on a quarter. Alright, that's going to be, I mean, the quarter, I feel like, is actually going to stop stick real well still, right? It's going to make sure you don't get beat with a vertical, just in case they somehow pick up your blitz, right? Which isn't going to really happen for the most part. But what makes vertical so good is if they get the rollout. And what makes the split so good, they can't roll out. That's why I prefer this over 146. I used to use 146, but the problem is with 146, the ID and all that, they can get a decent rollout. Now these guys against escape artists, they're actually going to be containing shit really, really well, right? So it's hard for them to roll out. So let's actually do this shit. Let's say they motion him in, right? They motion, oh shit, wrong controller. Motion him. Motion this dude in. You blitz them. They hike it. Let's try it again. I'm actually curious. Practice how it really doesn't let you send this shit. So if you know he's always sending them, okay, that thing I like to do, he's always going to be sending them on that motion, okay, and blocking them. I like to blitz my right outside linebacker again, get this kind of look, right? So he's not a contain, get better sheds that way. So let's do this again. Max, bring him in. Oh, I totally forgot. This is the most important thing. So when they do the motion, you notice they do the motion, right? You guys probably see me touch this guy a little bit, right? And then I touch this guy. Now look at the motion, right? My guys are still in great blitz. Like it looks a little fucked up, but they're actually still in pretty good blitz angles here. Okay. Let's do it one more time. Show you guys the setup. This is going to be the best setup just to bag everything quick. Touch them one time, don't quarter, right? Do the motion, that's fine. They hike it. Just user. There you go. And if you want to be extra safe, okay, now how I have the soft squats, right? Like this. Let's say they do the motion, they let the guy set. I would actually do a deep half, okay? Say my player's right here. I would do a deep half, stay hugging. Alright. It does look risky, right? But if you have lurker, you could initially watch him, okay? You could initially watch him, and then your deep half will get back there fast enough. If you got Champ Bailey or Dion, he'll be able to get there pretty damn fast. I know it looks risky as hell, but if you know for 110% that they're gonna put him on a streak, you want to be safe, just do this setup right here, right? Man him up, bam, just like that. Reverse the order, okay? That's This is the similar setup I do in tight slots, right? Looks real similar. So this is the best way to bag everything. Alright, if you got the time. The issue is the time and your ability to get this shit off quick though. So these are the setups to counter all that shit. If you guys struggle with anything else, let me see, what do most people struggle with? Usually the dashing deadeye shit. Now, let's say they're hitting you with quick slants, okay? They're hitting you with like quick shit. Let me give you guys an emergency, a second defense to go to, okay? So, the blitz will definitely come in. You're probably going to bag 90% of people running bunch, probably 99 to 95% just doing that setup. But you're like, alright, let me try some different shit. You guys can do DB Sting. With the hug. Especially if it's third and long. Or they're quick hiking you a lot. This is decent. Okay. They put up a little slant or something. The yellows on these corners play insane. Like it damn near baits them. I'll do a setup something like this, right? They do the motion across, get them in a quarter, okay? But just so you guys know, the 146 blitz, this is it. It's real simple there. As soon as they hike it, just run across, and then you're set. So, if you are getting quick hiked, and then they're hitting you with quick passes, I do like to go to that 146, just to switch it up a little bit. Alright, next, let's see. Or even if they hit you with that quick vertical out of that wheel, that yellow will stop it. So next we got gun split close. Alright. Now this formation is a little tricky because everyone just audibles down when they see you in 146. But we got defense for that shit. So they come out of this shit. I didn't mean to flip my play actually. You don't want to keep it flipped. Now if they flip their play, do you want to come out with it flipped? So this is a setup. Same thing you did a bunch. The one thing I do always have to do, man up the guy on the left. Because you don't want that soft squad getting burnt. You want that press. No matter who it is. I don't even care if you don't have Champ or Night Train. Fuck it, bro. Just let somebody, even Dion, let him press a little bit. So then you can just run straight back. Alright. So here it is. Let's come in. User across from left to right. Those two receivers. Watch the crossing route. Most people like to hit you with the post route from right to left. Okay, so that's the whole point of having this quarter right here. This quarter, right, will be able to pretty much protect you from that extra deep shit. If they ever put a streak up from the inside guy. Alright, now they start getting fancy. They motion this guy across. Okay, and then they try to flood your soft squat. Then yeah, you could do a little something like this to be extra safe. I'm telling you, soft squat plays a lot. It plays a lot of shit. You're playing mutt, you got a good corner, just trust it. Alright, so next, let me make sure I got the defense actually. What do they come out in? Alright, so I want to make sure my shit's not fucked up. Give you guys the full setup. So you come out on default, press. Notice how everyone's already set. Super quick, super quick. Just hug. After you hug, man up that guy. That's the third thing to do. Okay, and then shade them inside. I sometimes do it outside still, but most of the routes are inside, so I keep it inside. So obviously against 146, most people are going to be going to this dive. So you got to be quick on this, right? Bam, bam. Look at the guy opposite of the tight end side, right? You get him up like this. This is a decent blitz angle, right? Yeah, that's perfect. Alright. So they hike it. You have an enforcer right there. He makes a big play for you. Let's do it one more time. Pass the run D for it. Alright. Bam, bam. Did move my guy a little bit right there. So I'd say, got everything set. Let's bag this shit. I'll show you guys a couple. This is how quick I do it in game. Okay. I haven't really been doing shit full speed. I fucked it up actually. Yeah. Shit did get fucked up right here, but should be set. Alright. I need to practice the setup. I never really fuck up the setup. This is probably the easiest setup ever. So you blitz, contain, get the guys down. Once you hug, then you could do the man up with the shade, okay? I like to do it last, in that order, okay? If they quick hike you and you know you have the soft squat, you're gonna have to run straight back. Alright. So again. Alright, now let's practice this front D shit. So let's say we got everything set. Okay. They do the audible down. Gotta be quick on this. Bam, bam. We're set. Put on the safety. Click it in. That's fine. So given that situation, just to be quick again, let's do this again. They hike it. You get a little run support there. My defense is way freaking better though. Everything in practice mode is a little iffy, right? So let's say we do the audible thing again. Let's practice it. These are some trash players. Who the fuck is this guy? Burgess? But yeah, you got Patrick Willis in the middle. You got two enforcers. It's important to have two enforcers, this kind of defense, because you do want to make them pay for running the ball. That's pretty important. Alright, next. Oh yeah, I can't forget about what to do if they motion, okay? I want to make sure you guys got everything. Because this is one of the most popular formations, so I want to make sure you guys know what to do against everything. So if they do motion, okay, I accidentally moved my guy right there. So I got the setup. So let's say they motion this guy across. Alright. This is where I would actually, this is where, man, I remember watching, I think it was Jace the Best. Okay, this is pretty stupid. So I could deep half him right now, right? Quarter him right now, right? But look, this is the glitchiest shit, so you guys got to be careful. Now when he goes across, I try and deep half him, quarter him. Actually, I guess it lets you, but in game, it turns him into a spy. This guy right here, if I try to quarter him in game, he would turn into a spy. Okay, so you do want to be careful. Make sure you back him up a little bit. Do a deep half. But this is what I like to do the most. Alright. If I have enough time. Alright. If I know he's going to go on a route for sure. Alright. 100% going on a route. So they do a motion, right? Reverse that order. Okay. Just like that. Then you're set. In game, I do adjust though. If I notice they do the motion, that means they're going to have to touch the linebacker. which is going to be an extra step. It's gonna make you work a little bit more. You're gonna have to touch this guy, bam, bam. You're set. Do the motion, reverse the order. Alright, you're set. Just gotta watch that one receiver. It's a lot of work, right? Which is why we have an emergency setup, okay? We have a fucking bag it all. This will 100% bag everything. And split close. If they audible down, you're gonna have to set up the run D though. So you gotta be pretty quick on that. So we're gonna come out in edge blitz. Gonna make sure we're in man align. So we're gonna do pinch dog blitz here. Double quarter. So the one time I have gone burnt, this guy right here, right? Since he's so close to line, you do want to back him up a little bit, okay? It's up to you guys. You don't have to. Alright. But I have gone burnt one time when I'm pretty sure, I think he was manned up. But this is the bag setup right here, okay? So just like that, they do a little motion across. Because you are, let me make sure man align. Say they do a little motion. Yeah, when you're in man align, he's gonna motion across with him. But you just come out in man align, and then everything's gonna be locked up. Because he will actually follow him across. Even if he's in a quarter, okay? So that's important. If you're running edge blitz, right? We're doing the double quarter. Right, this guy right here. Let's see if he follows him right now. Yeah, he's a man. Alright. And turn him into a corner. Alright. Just do it just like this. Okay. Get everything set. Make sure the blitz comes in. Just like that. If you guys could play man, I don't recommend it. I'd rather just keep the soft squats out. You got 3 gnarly corners. Fuck it, just do it basic like this if you want. Shade inside, then outside, and then just watch the inside shit. These are all this inside shit. Alright, that's the setup. Just make sure can't come out of man align. Now, I want to make sure I give you guys everything for this shit because this stuff does give people trouble. Let me make sure. So let's say they audible to dive, okay? You guys got a pinch spread, get in the middle. Alright, just want to make sure you guys know that. Pinch spread, get in the middle. So make sure you're quick on that too, because if you're over here just fucking dazing off, and then your guys are pinched like this, right? And then they run a stretch. Oh man, it's not going to be looking pretty. Let me see. Do I have a stretch audible? No, I don't. Yeah, but anyway, the stretch could burn you. If you're set up like that and they do a stretch and you're like this and then you're kind of like hugging like this, you could legit just give up a touchdown. So make sure you just get in the middle, pinch spread. It's just safer. Now, if they go back and forth with it, right? They go under center and then they go back to split close. Make sure you set up the blitz just like this. Keep it the same. Alright. Alright. I got that covered. Offset. Alright. I'm about to change playbooks. Change playbooks for y'all. We're gonna go Saints and Ravens. Finish these last few formations. Saints. I'll do both Ravens. Oh, Carolina, that's the playbook. I was like, what's the playbook? Got the Heavy Panther, get the bag for that. Okay. So we'll go over gun tight offset. Let's see what offense we got first though. I think we gotta go over this Heavy Panther first. I think I'm in Carolina. So no one really uses this formation much anymore. But I'll still give you guys the bag too, because some people will pull this stuff out. So you just gotta do the run D setup against this stuff. I've been bagging this stuff for months, doing this setup. Simple setup, setup number one, right? Just like this. You hike, you right click. Just like that. I like to do setup number one against this because it's quick and pretty easy, right? You could keep it like that. If you're trying to get aggressive, you could do the setup number two like this, right? And with a spy. Do it one more time. I didn't even mean to press, by the way. I actually don't prefer pressing because you just have a higher chance of giving up a big play. Your corners just play real aggressive. Here it is one last time. Do setup number three. It does work pretty well with a spy. Just contain, contain, contain. That's the best way to really play it. From my experience, just contain the quarterback. Alright, and then let your guys just, especially got enforcers, they're gonna force something. So Wildcat. Alright, now this was getting a little popular with Hester. I'm sure you guys might run up on this. Which one do they run? Alright, so okay. The power and the counter. I honestly have no idea which one they really run, but the setup's the same. Let's actually set it up here. So I come out and base against this, okay? You notice how your guy kind of goes out right here? We don't want that. So I look at where the tight end is, okay? The simple way of doing it, get him in the middle, right here, right? This is like the first possible setup. I don't really like this setup that much because it's not aggressive. It's not aggressive to the point where like you're gonna put your best players in positions. So let's say do it like this, but you blitz everybody, right? You get this guy out that little tad bit just to get the contain, right? And I got Patrick Willis right here, so he's gonna be in a more aggressive position to make a play or whatnot. So it's what I prefer against this formation. Either or works. There it is. Just contain D, right? Make sure. I've never really done setup number three against this. I never really spy, right? I just click in the safety like always, just contain everything. Alright. Now, let's see what we got. Oh, we got the bonus formation right here. Got the bonus formation. This right here. Oh man, I wish I knew this setup a couple months ago, because I used to struggle against this formation. Like, this is one of the most annoying formations, but this shit, I've got more points on defense recently than I have given up doing this setup. So I actually come out, okay, this is pretty unique. I come out a man line, cover 3. I do like to flip it sometimes. You can run it either or. If you flip it like this, right, I'll show you guys the difference. You flip it like that, you get the purple, right? You don't flip it, this guy right here is in the yellow. So get it set like this, and I actually play on this corner right here, okay? Play on this corner right here. Now, the thing is, you gotta know what ace slot people have. If they have the Panther one, obviously he's gonna be able to do the heavy Panther QB blast to the right, but nobody really does that. I haven't played that in months. So this is gonna be the setup to bag everything out of the pass, okay? So all you're gonna do, right, they hike it, you kind of bait them a little bit, bam, bam, okay? Make sure you have lurker. Actually, you don't have to have lurker. So I was doing this with like Night Train, but if you have lurker right here, you kind of play it under a little bit more, okay? You really don't need it, but you can kind of bait them into throwing that corner route to the tight end, right? So this is the setup. The purple plays well out there. You got everything bagged. Man line primarily just because it stops the RPO by itself. So that's the setup for that. It's just the pinch dog blitz. Out of cover 3 sky. Alright, well there it is. Now, last but not least, okay, I gotta make sure. Let me see. Did I cover everything? Alright. I gotta make sure you guys know how to use these soft squats though. Just make sure with the soft squats, right? If they're hitting you with some motions and whatnot, and they're max protecting, make sure you get a quarter out there. Alright. But if you guys are hugging properly, okay? You guys are hugging, going across in the middle, the blitz will come in, alright? Damn, this shit is some fire though. I'm not gonna lie. Everything I just gave y'all, it's gonna be a bag for every formation. We just covered 15 of them though. But hope this shit helps. I'll probably do an updated one in the future if needed. But let me know if you guys want any other formations done. And that'll be all. Peace.